Greetings of peace and love. We live from the gutter.
From the
Bronx,
gutter.
This is the Real Raw Thoughts Podcast. I'm Moral Media Mix. To my left.
True definition.
To my right.
Scud swoosh.
What's going on, guys? How y'all feeling tonight?
I'm feeling pretty okay. A little tired, but you know, okay. And it's cold as hell outside.
Yeah, it's brick out here, B.
Brick, you heard?
Ready for the news. Got new news.
Got new news, new updates.
New updates.
Couple things to talk about tonight.
Couple teams.
I want to start with BET Social Awards.
Oh yeah, let's talk about that. I mean, a lot of people didn't really know much about that, and it wasn't really too publicized. So,
Well, pretty much what happened at the BET Social Awards. Couple performance. It's crazy how they even have a social awards. First of all,
yeah,
let's even introduce it like this.
a social awards for social media
social
stars.
media stars.
And people who are getting a lot of recognition on social
are
media.
So-called influencers
Influencers.
in social media, and they gave them a platform on BET on the social awards.
That's nice.
I think this is only like the second time they ever did this.
I mean, yeah. I mean, it's pretty cool in a sense, but
I feel like it's gonna get more common anyway. More people
Yeah.
I think
doing
after this
social
year,
media.
it might get more like get more of a following.
Yeah.
Because they had a lot of people, like they set it up pretty nice. They had a few performances, like Blueface performed at the end of the night.
oh yeah,
What's the name of the girl?
Danny Lay.
Danny Lay.
Come on,
Danny
man.
Lay.
DR stand up.
DR.
Shout out to DR on that one. They did a great job. All the performances were pretty dope.
Danny Lay is fire.
Yeah, man. And at the end of the night, they gave a highlight to Soulja Boy. Shout out to
Soulja Man.
So your boy. So your man.
He played all the classics, man. He was on there singing freaking "Kiss Me Through the Phone."
All that.
You know what I mean?
Superman.
All that extraness.
You.
Ding, ding, ding.
He had a couple classics. I ain't gonna lie. Soulja Boy got some hits.
Word.
Go back and listen. But like,
Big T-shirt
they
days.
pretty much gave him a social award, pretty much for being one of the most influencing. How you call that? Most popular influencers, I guess.
Yeah, in like the past 10 years, maybe even more.
It's about that, yeah.
Maybe way more than that.
Way more than that, actually.
Shout out Soulja Man.
And he did good on the show, the performing.
So they're giving him the award right now. So we're gonna play a little clip. Let me see what this sound like.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
The biggest comeback of 2018.
You heard?
Yeah.
I wanna thank God, man. Thank you, Jesus Christ, man. You know what I'm saying, for all the blessings. I wanna thank my mom. She in the building. I love you, mama.
Mama.
Yeah, I wanna thank my OG mammy, Mike Palm Tree Entertainment. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the whole SODMG, the whole ATL, Westside Zone 1, Simpson Road, stand up. Y'all already know what time it is. You know what the fuck going on, bitch?
No. Listen, I do not. Well, I need my job.
Wait, wasn't this on BET and he over here cursing and shit?
Yeah. That's
Or
why
was
he
this on the internet? Because
It was actually on BET. That's why he was like, hold on. I need my job, B.
Soulja Man got away with that one.
You gotta relax, Soulja. I need my job.
You gotta relax.
Yeah, man. So they gave him an award for that, and then he performed a few tracks like his greatest hits. You could say.
Yeah, definitely. That was fire.
And he got,
I really like
a
that.
few. So you got a few hits that people don't even know about.
Soulja Boy got hits, yo.
Soulja Boy might really be the GOAT out here.
I ain't gonna lie.
He might.
Soulja Boy. Shit is crazy in 2019, dude.
He might really be the GOAT, you know?
Talk about it.
In his respective category, of course, you know? Because, you know, there can't only be one GOAT. There's too many greats out here. That's why they say greatest of all time. You could be greatest of all time in a certain category. There's a lot of them. Like Jay-Z can be considered a GOAT, and so can Lil Wayne, but they're in the same field, you know? But they can both be considered GOATs.
Of course, you're right about that. You're right about that.
Soulja Boy is a GOAT
really
in his
cool.
respective field.
Superman.
His respective field.
Yo, I remember when this came out.
Oh.
OD, big ass T-shirt
I ain't
days.
gonna lie. I was doing the
Rocking big ass T-shirts and big jean denim fucking shorts
2X3XTs
that
and
go
shit.
past your fucking
The
knees and
colors
shit.
and all that.
Yeah.
Changing
With
the
the
laces,
uptowns
changing
and
the
all
laces
that.
on the uptowns. Oh, for those who don't.
All them long ass jerseys. I was the type to wear throwback jerseys back in the day.
Yeah, oh yeah, me too.
So,
but yo, for those who don't know what the Uptowns are, those are Air Force Ones. Because a lot of people don't understand the New York lingo, you know?
Don't understand?
You know, if you're not from New York, you're not going to understand what Uptowns are. They're called something different in other places. Just wanted to put that out there.
No problem. Rapping BX, the Bronx.
Shout out to some Uptowns, man. I used to rock them shits at least 2 pairs a year.
Right.
1 white pair, 1 black pair every year.
Yeah. I always wonder, do downtowns exist if these are called Uptowns? They don't.
No, they don't.
He said they don't. No, they don't.
Oh, another banger for Soulja Boy.
I'm about the best.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, you know, speaking about Soulja Boy being the GOAT.
What about that?
You know, there was a certain interview or whatnot.
Oh yeah, you saw the Big Boy interview? I mean, it was pretty good.
It was in Big Boy the DJ, right?
Yeah, the DJ, he put...
Yeah, shout out to Big Boy.
Shout out to him. But the interview, it was...
He's doing a lot of dope interviews lately.
Yo, T-Pain was giving too much to talk about this week, so... It was incredible, the thing that he said, so...
What you mean?
He did say Soulja Boy is the GOAT.
Yeah.
What else did he say?
Shit. He's catching the backlash.
What does T-Pain think about Soulja Boy?
Soulja Boy is the greatest artist of all time.
Right.
GOAT.
What do you do?
Greatest artist of all time.
You know, all I want for Soulja Boy is for all what he's doing and everything that he's doing. All I want for Soulja Boy is to come with some music
to back it up.
That's it.
So, some this and that.
Right. I just want
Makes
him
sense.
to be doing all this and this huge comeback, and everybody's talking about Soulja Boy. I just want there to be some music.
He's got that gaming console. You gonna play it?
Oh God. Gaming console.
See?
Console?
This is that black thing that you were talking about. Now we have a brother that got a console.
You heard?
But you want to go with the white guys.
You know why?
others.
You know why? Because it's literally better. It's just gotta be quality, big quality. And that's what I want to express to black business owners. Just because you're a black business owner, you.
Yo, T-Pain is funny.
Yo, hilarious. Shout out to T-Pain and shout out to Soulja. But
Shout out to black business owners.
definitely. Shout out to Big Boy actually for that interview.
Yeah, word.
Great
Yeah.
interview.
I've been hearing a lot of social media talk, and they talking about him saying with the
I
Tekashi
was
statement.
so hard.
Saying that he was snitch.
If you've been with somebody
So
for a
hard.
couple years.
Rewind back.
Hold on, alright, hold on.
But on the
Put
real
it from the
though,
beginning.
I was snitched so hard.
What?
Right.
Pause.
If you've been with somebody for a couple years. You know what I'm saying?
But on the real though, he's. I mean, the man has a family and a daughter, and a lot of people say, well, he wasn't thinking about that when he was doing. Yes, he was, because he was trying to get that high tier more than 3 days on Twitter. He's trying to get that for his family and trying to make money for his family. He was still doing his thing, and he was, doing stuff in his community and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
it wasn't. It's not like at some point, when does the street code override, your family?
Yeah.
Because we talking about these some niggas you just met like 2 years ago.
Right.
Pretty much. That's exactly what happened.
You got a full daughter, my nigga. You got to figure that out. You got a whole daughter, bro. Who are you really
whole
being
daughter.
loyal to? Are you really that compelled to just be?
Man, listen. That's a very sensitive subject.
I don't know, man. I don't even know how to comment that.
Me neither.
You just gotta be careful how you say it, that's the thing. But
That's why I feel like it's a sensitive
What I'm
subject
saying
in a
is that he
sense.
called backlash just for even saying that.
yeah, back up from T-Pain. I mean,
From social media, pretty much. From
Social
Twitter,
media.
and from
Fabulous.
Instagram.
Fabulous.
Jadakiss.
Jadakiss.
A lot of artists,
For real?
A lot of artists
Yeah.
commenting.
I mean, to be honest, that's why I'm saying it's a very sensitive subject. All right. When it comes to saying shit like that and making comments like that, whether it's a joke or whether you mean it or not, right? Or whether you mean it in a joking way or you're serious, it's not something that you speak about in public. Especially when you're a person who's, who's a level of star level like he is. He could probably talk about that in closed doors, and probably nobody would think much of it. But when you talk about it in the media and shit like that, I feel like, people will look at you in different ways. But,
Yeah, that whole
crazy.
snitching stuff
Yeah.
is like very sensitive, but I always try to break it down simply. Like me and the fellas always have this conversation. Like, when is it okay to snitch and when is not okay?
Yeah.
Pretty much, just to break it down, snitching is considered when, let's say, me and you, Scud, we hanging out, we decide to do a crime together, we get caught up together, and we decide that we're not gonna say anything.
Yeah.
But there's some people that don't go by that code. Some people decide to say stuff when they shouldn't.
Yeah, true.
So if you decide to get caught up in some bullshit, not even decide to get caught up, if you decide to be in the streets and do so-called real gangster stuff or real life stuff, you gotta be prepared to take those consequences and repercussions.
True.
You understand? So like, this is an unwritten rule pretty much in the streets. Once you decide to sign up for the streets, you can't renege on that.
I feel you in a sense, yeah. But you know,
like,
but
I'm just saying.
No, yeah, of
I'm
course,
not a gangster dude, but
yeah,
I've been around a lot of OGs back in the day, and when I was younger, you know, as a young guy, you always be in the streets some way, somehow. But I was always a listener, so the OGs always told me certain things like this. If you decide to sign up for the streets, you better be prepared about what's going to happen. So like I said, if me and you decide to do a crime, which we won't, we podcasters.
Yeah, we ain't about that life, man. Listen, we're not. That's not what we're saying.
But
hypothetically speaking,
if we decide to do anything
hypothetically speaking,
allegedly, decide to do any crimes, I'm not gonna say anything. And I don't expect you to say anything.
Exactly. Nah, yeah, I get your point there.
But there's some people that don't go by that code, so they decide to speak up.
Especially with
Tekashi, I don't really give him that excuse because he knew what he was signing up for.
Yeah.
He's very intelligent.
I mean, hey,
you know what I'm saying? So it's like, now I feel like he sets everybody up for the.
Yeah, it's the same concept as like, you know, if you sign up for, you know, like you know, playing football, doing anything, you know, there are a lot of things that can go along with that, you know, and you can get hurt, you can get injured and all of that. It's things you sign up for. So if you sign up for it, man, you know, just, you know,
like I said, be ready for the consequences and repercussions. Shit is crazy out here. It's real life.
For every action, there's a reaction. You heard?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, man.
Do you have any other input to add to that?
You're right, but everything that's going on is Tekashi's fault. I mean, like you say, you should know better. Why would you be in the street? Like most of the people got no back in the street. I mean, it's like that. You're gonna get locked up, or you're gonna be, or you want to go there, but you might end up there. That's the thing. That's why I never decide.
It's the reality of life.
Yeah, man. Just in general, man. Reality. Listen, if you sign up for something and you know what you're going into, you know, just be ready for all of the, you know, everything that comes after it.
Yeah.
All of the repercussions. That's it. Just that's
the main point.
Listen,
So I don't wanna blame T-Pain because I'm not the one to judge. But when you're in an interview with Big Boy, like, you know, everybody gonna listen to that. So you can't just openly say stuff like that and think that it's okay or cool. Because T-Pain is from the streets. Well, at least he was back in the day. I know he's not a street person now because, like I said before in other podcasts, as an artist, you have to remain an artist.
Yeah, you can't
stay 1 foot in the streets, 1 foot as an artist. So it's like you either gotta, you pretty much gotta choose. What you want to do.
Just like you said in the last podcast, it's true.
Exactly. I'm just pretty much.
Is, you know, it's either if you're gonna be a gangster, be a gangster. If you're gonna be an artist, you know, if you're a gangster and you decide to be an artist, drop that gangster shit. Just be an artist, and that's it.
Be an artist.
That's all we saying.
You're gonna be at the end of the day, you're gonna be making more money. So,
hey, man, shots fired. But listen,
speaking of shots fired, now I want to talk about Monique and Steve Harvey.
Oh yeah,
wow.
Man,
honestly, with that one.
Listen, since you brought it up, I just want to ask you, how do you feel about that? Talk to me about that a little bit.
Be honest, man. You know this is the Real Raw podcast, right? Real Thoughts podcast.
What's your raw thoughts?
I gotta keep it real raw, man. Steve Harvey sounds crazy out here. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. I like Steve Harvey. Shout out to Steve Harvey, man. I hope you're listening. If you are listening, you gotta relax.
Yo, man. I heard a comment where somebody says that he sounds like Samuel L. Jackson in Django Unchained. Whatever the terminology people use to, you know, speak of the type of person that Samuel L. Jackson was in that movie.
Somebody said he sounded like a house nigga.
Well, I wasn't trying to say that.
That wasn't coming from me.
I wasn't trying to say that, but that's what I was trying to say. That's what they call Samuel Jackson in Django.
That's word on the streets, B.
Sheesh.
That's what I'm saying.
That's some serious.
Same with Steve Harvey. He's just thinking about
it.
He's just thinking about the money. That's the thing. Not even talking about integrity, like
and that's a good point.
That's the issue with him right now.
That's a good point. He said it's a money game.
It's like I say, it's always two sides to an issue. So, even though I don't agree with Steve Harvey, but I kind of see where he's coming from.
Really,
there's always two sides of the story.
So to give context, I'm gonna play the clip, and we discuss it a little further after.
Yeah.
I mean, there's always two sides of the story, but sometimes, you know, one of the stories sounds just crazy, and that's exactly how Steve Harvey's side of the story sounds.
Yeah, because he's always talking about the money. He's doing better right now. That's one of the reasons he's saying that.
I mean, money is important, but it isn't everything. You know, I feel like integrity is very important. You know, and if you don't have integrity, then
but it depends on
what's the point of even living? That's just me. No, you know, and there's a lot of people who know me personally that believe in that too, and I know who y'all are. That know they, you know, vice versa.
He be saying it like I'm a problem.
I ain't gonna lie.
Oh, you have been a
problem. I like Steve Harvey with Monique.
Okay.
Shout out to you, Monique.
Let's go.
You holding it down.
Shout out, Monique.
Salute. If I ever meet you, we're gonna have a real talk.
Why do you believe that happened? And do you see that
real talk?
Why?
I got labeled as difficult. My husband and I. And my husband is Sydney, who happens to be my manager. We got labeled as difficult because I said one word, and that was no. Now, I said no to some very powerful people. I said no to Oprah Winfrey. I said no to Tyler Perry. I said no to Lee Daniels. And I said no to Lionsgate. And the difficulty came in when people that look like me, like Oprah, Tyler, Lee Daniels, and I gotta put my brother Steve on the list. Y'all knew I was not wrong. Each one of you said to me, Monique, you're not wrong. And when I heard you go on the air and you said, my sister done burnt too many bridges, and there's nothing I can do for her now. Steve, do you know how hurt I was?
Simone, now let me give you this. Because you and I had this conversation, I thought you went about it wrong. See, I felt that you had done yourself a disservice by the way you chose to go about it.
Tell me how I went about it.
I was cool with you with your deal with Netflix. I was cool with you. The two problems that we had, number one, the boycott of Netflix.
Yes.
We never gave people a point of action. Okay, if we're gonna boycott, are we gonna not get subscriptions? Are we gonna turn it off? Or are we gonna go down there and get signs? The second point, what was coming to me was, this problem that you had in Netflix is rich people problems. Because they looking at us going, you talking about you didn't get millions, or you got this, you ought to be cool.
But when you say, Mo, it's the way you went about it. And I want to explain that, and I thank you for saying that. Inequality is devastating, and it's extreme. And when people said, Monique, do you think calling a boycott was extreme? You damn right. But isn't inequality extreme? So we've got to get to a place where we're unafraid to say it out loud. Okay. What I would have loved, what I would have appreciated from my brother was had you picked up the phone before you went on the air and said, Monique, you've burned too many bridges and there's nothing I can do. See, I would have appreciated had my brother called me up and said, baby, let's talk. Because you doing that was a part of me being difficult.
Real raw.
That though.
Yes, baby.
Remember the moment on stage?
Oh, yes.
See, now that
right
was
a wonderful moment, Steve.
No, it wasn't.
Oh, my goodness.
No, it wasn't.
That was one of those moments.
See, no, it wasn't.
That Richard Pryor whispered in my ear and said, say it. You say it.
Richard,
because
I'm
going to tell you something.
You to say that.
Yes, he did. Oh, baby. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. I do not regret, as I said on the Steve Harvey show, I do not regret one moment of that night on that stage.
No, in case you don't know, Mo told Tyler Perry, Oprah Winfrey, and Lee Daniels to suck her private parts.
Not my private parts.
Well, you said if I had one, I want them 3 to suck my private parts.
Yeah.
It wasn't private parts on stage. So now, then
That's
I went.
funny.
I quit breathing. I quit breathing for you.
Oh, hell no.
What happened to you, Mo, was when
Harvey.
you
I
made
ain't gonna
that
lie.
statement,
Yeah,
the
word.
narrative got flipped. It wasn't about Netflix no more.
Netflix.
It wasn't about Netflix no more. The attention was all off of
That
where
was
we
before
needed to go.
Netflix.
Huh?
That was before Netflix.
So good. So now when you bring up Netflix, it doesn't get no win, but you done just said this to these 3 people. And these 3 people,
Yes.
not because they're powerful, but because of who they've come. And what happens is, I told you, we can't cure darkness with more darkness. I got
What we
you.
can do is cure it with comedy. And what I'm not gonna do, Steve, I'm never ever gonna waver from my comedy show on that stage. That's my gift, and that's my freedom. And what happens is when you allow people to start taking your freedom and your gift and making it become what makes them comfortable, we then lose. When you called me with the morning show on the phone, I said to you, Steve, my family is suffering behind this. And y'all know I did nothing wrong. Y'all know my husband did nothing wrong. But none of y'all in real time, was strong enough to go publicly and say, we can't throw our sister under the bus.
Because Mo, listen to me. We fighting 2 wars here.
What war?
There's 2 wars. It's what your issue is, and it's what the perception of the issue is, and the narrative has changed.
See, I'm hearing what you're saying, baby, and I agree with it when the narrative changes. But if all of y'all said, this is the only issue I have with it, baby, when all of y'all said privately, to include Oprah, all of y'all said privately.
Yeah, Oprah, you in this too.
I've done nothing wrong.
When you tell the truth, you have to deal with the repercussions of the truth. We black out here. We can't come out here and do it any kind of way we want to. Listen, your husband can't be the Sydney that he really is out here.
Let me tell you something.
That flexing,
we
gotta flex a different way. We out here in the game. This is the money game. This ain't the black man's game. This ain't the white man's game. This is the money game. We in the money game. And you cannot sacrifice your
money is important, but it ain't everything. You heard?
Not everything, but that's
We're in the money game.
Hold on.
Let me tell you what the game is before the money game.
like this.
Before the money game, it's called the integrity game. And
You
we call it
heard?
Integrity, worrying about the money.
But Mo,
Wait a minute.
if
Wait
I
a minute.
crumble,
if you
my
crumble,
children crumble, my grandchildren crumble. I cannot, for the sake of my integrity, stand up here and let everybody that's counting on me crumble so I can make a statement. There are ways to win the war in a different way. We got
I ain't
more
gonna
right
lie.
after this. Hey,
Harvey
you made it to
sound
the
like
end
a
of this
fucking
video.
sucker, B.
I got
Word,
more
straight
you're
up.
gonna enjoy. So just
Before the money game,
Sound like a fool, Steve
no,
Harvey.
before the integrity game, he said, it's the money game. So what the fuck?
Man, yo, that's some crazy shit.
You know why?
I ain't gonna lie.
There's a lot of people that just with that ass die for the dollar. Like, I mean, money is important, but it ain't everything on some shit. I mean, I don't know.
Back, bro. Like,
That's some
so when
crazy
you weigh
shit.
out money versus integrity, morals and principles, and principles always wins in my favor.
Yeah.
I don't know about everybody else, but I'm a different breed, I guess.
Last of a dying breed over here.
Last of a dying breed.
Same here.
Shout out to G Murder. Shit's crazy out here, man. What do y'all guys' thoughts about Steve Harvey saying all of this? All I gotta say, salute to Monique. I respect you. You're talking that talk, you heard? They ain't ready for that type of talk, you heard?
I mean, I haven't really kept up too much with this story right here. Like, I didn't really look too much into it. And I don't know what's happened in the past either. I don't know if you do truth. So, like, what kind of thoughts do you have about this?
I'll give you a little backstory. The backstory is Netflix came at her with a deal. Like, this is how much money we got for you. If you want to do a little
I didn't know
special.
that.
Yeah,
I'm saying,
yeah.
this is context of what we're talking about here. Before all of this happened, Netflix came to Monique. Hey, Monique, we know you're a comedian genius out here. We know you royalty in the comedic field. You queen out here. We would like to have you have a special on Netflix. And she's like, oh yeah, cool. That's I fuck with Netflix. Netflix is dope. I do a special for y'all. What y'all talking about? And they offered her a deal, but it wasn't really what the normal comedians get.
Okay.
So pretty much saying like Cat Williams, Chappelle. Chappelle is making millions of dollars on Netflix right now. I don't know if y'all know. Shout out to Chappelle. He did a Netflix series for them like about a year ago.
Chappelle, yeah.
And they're great.
Yeah, hell yeah, hilarious. It was like 2 episodes, maybe like 3.
Right.
Maybe
Shout out
he
to
did a
Chappelle.
3rd. Yeah, that show's
So pretty
hilarious.
much they came to her
I
with
love Dave
the
Chappelle.
same type of deal. But they offered less money.
Less than what they offered Dave Chappelle.
A lot less.
And you know, that's something that Monique has always like stressed over the years. You know, that she feels like, you know, female comedians have been gotten paid less than male comedians. And you know, like if there's a male comedian that's funny, but Monique is funnier than him and he's getting paid more than her, I would be offended too. Like if I was like if
she was also complaining about,
you know,
on the side.
if I was in her shoes, like if I was a woman, you know, or if it just so happens to be that Monique is my mother, and you know, there's a comedian out there who's getting paid more than her to make a film, and she's making a film, and my mom is funnier than him, and he's getting paid more just because he's a man, I would be tight too. Shit, I'll feel her on that.
Like I was saying, she was complaining about how Wanda Side also got Wanda Side got even less money, less often than Monique. And Wanda Side got done a bunch of sitcoms. She do voice over right now for a couple of anime cartoon, and she didn't get nothing. She's still mad funny, Wanda Side, and she was complaining about that other female comedian, like you said.
I love Monique, man. She's one of the best.
She just want.
So pretty much what happened was, like I said, they offered her less money. And she was like, I think I could go a little higher than that, but they didn't want to renegotiate. So she was like, I don't want to renegotiate, but they're giving Chappelle $1 million plus. They're giving Cat Williams X amount of dollars.
You know they gave.
Why is it a problem with me?
You know they gave like Amy Schumer like $2-3 million. Like
Exactly
even more.
her point. Exactly her
Word?
point.
She said, yeah. I mean,
So
she,
Netflix.
Wait, they gave Amy Schumer like $2 or $3 million?
Yeah.
Exactly.
So what the fuck?
What's the problem with Monique? She's way funny than Amy Schumer.
All right, hold on.
So that's what I'm saying.
Monique is having 2 different problems. She's having a triangle of problems.
Talk about it.
Right?
yeah.
Monique is having a problem on the left side that men are beating her out because they're men, whether they're white or black. And then she's having another problem on the other side, not just on some, you know, feminine, you know, on some like, what is it? Like sexist shit?
Yeah, sexist.
But on some racist shit. And you're gonna have Amy Schumer, who's a white woman, getting paid more? Man,
You know what's even worse?
I understand
What's worse,
what she's
dude?
trying to say.
Charlamagne Degas was taking Amy Schumer's side because she had new movies and she haven't done movie, and Monique haven't done something in a
Pretty
while.
much saying that she's more relevant than Monique.
Yeah. That
More
was.
relevant?
I think that was more fucked up.
To who?
Charlamagne Degas told Monique that Amy Schumer was more relevant.
Club.
That's why.
Damn, that's crazy.
So that one's more fucked
And
up.
Monique
I
was
think.
like, well, Brother Leonard called him his first name.
Wow.
But Brother Leonard,
Wow.
I thought since we part of the same team, you would support me.
Same kosher.
All I'm saying is, I'm worth that money.
Aren't I?
Ain't I? Asking questions, question mark.
Of course
Don't you
are.
think also? You know what I'm saying?
She's
Like,
definitely worth that
shout out to
much.
Monique, man. That's
Shout
all I
out
gotta say,
Monique, man.
Like, shout out to her, man. Like, keep your integrity and your morals and principles.
Remember she had that show, that TV show?
Legend.
Fire.
Yeah.
That shit was hilarious.
So I ain't gonna lie, like I said again, I like Steve Harvey. But you sound crazy out here.
Yo, Steve Harvey look
Talking
like
about you
Mr.
gotta play the
Potato
money
Head.
game.
I don't know. I think
It's not all about money.
I think Charlamagne was crazy
You
too.
heard?
Charlamagne the guy.
Charlamagne wild out with that too.
Steve Harvey look like Mr. Potato Head without a hat.
Mr. Potato Head without a hat.
I don't know, I just had to squeeze that in real quick.
Alright, enough Steve Harvey talk, but salute to Monique, man. That's all I gotta tell you. Shout out to you, man. Keep your morals and principles, keep your integrity. That's what it's about. It's not all about money. But moving on, let's give the people a little update.
What update? Which update?
Did y'all hear? I know last podcast we talked briefly about R. Kelly.
Oh yeah.
Oh no.
No.
Don't get me
no.
pissed
I said
again.
oh yeah, you said oh no.
Don't get me pissed
and
again.
no.
Oh man, that's what I gotta say. Cause shit, that's just, we don't even know how to react to it. That's just the thing. Like,
Crazy. It gets crazy.
I mean, what's the updates,
So
man?
the update is pretty much that a fan bailed them out for $100,000.
$100,000?
$100,000?
And said, quote unquote, he is not a monster.
Wow.
Free that man. Here's $100,000 of my hard-earned money.
They could have donated. Yo, y'all should have fucking donated that to us. The RRT Podcast, you know.
We need it, B.
Venmo coming soon.
Patreon,
you know,
Patreon,
yeah,
podcast.
you know.
We taking donations.
We taking donations, you know. We could have used that $100,000.
$100,000 for R. Kelly.
Our voices would have sounded $100,000
He's not a
times.
monster.
$100,000 sounds better. Our voices would have sounded, bro. I would have gotten a new mic real quick.
Bro, we building a whole new studio, and I'm owning my own production company.
Yeah, all right. You gotta relax. Yo, let's move on to the, you know.
All I'm saying is, come on, $100,000.
$100,000.
Are you fucking serious?
Money.
Yo, man, listen, that was some bread. But yo, she's crazy for that.
So he's out here, first day out, went straight to McDonald's. The McDonald's that he usually go scout out shorties for.
Get the fuck out of here.
He went to the McDonald's in Chicago.
Is this allegedly or is this facts?
This is fact.
Wow.
As soon as he got bailed out by the shorty for $100,000, he went straight to the McDonald's where he usually goes scouts out, quote unquote, allegedly his victims.
That's crazy.
So doesn't learn.
Listen.
And now there's a clip out there that is about to air tomorrow, where he's gonna be on a show. I think it's on.
Oh,
ABC.
that interview, right?
Let me see if I can.
He mean like that interview? Yeah.
It's a short little clip, but he's pretty much trying to sound innocent on this right here. I don't know how y'all feel about this, but R. Kelly's trying to sound innocent. It's hilarious to me in 2019.
Innocent?
I'm stupid with never being for R. Kelly. With all I've been through in my way past, to hold somebody, let alone 4, 5, 6, 50, you said. How stupid would I be to do that?
I didn't say you were holding.
That's stupid, guys.
I didn't.
Is this camera on me?
Yes, it's on.
That's stupid. Use your common sense. Don't forget the blogs. Forget how you feel about me. Hate me if you want to.
Here's tomorrow, Wednesday,
just use
March
your common
6th.
sense. How stupid would it be for me to, with my crazy past and what I've been through, right now I just think I need to be a monster and hold girls against their will, chain them up in my basement, and don't let them eat and don't let them out unless they need some shoes down the street from their uncle.
Robert,
stop it. Y'all quit playing. Quit playing.
Robert.
I didn't do this stuff. This is not me. I'm fighting for my life.
Well,
Damn, what the fuck?
He pretty much almost cried right there.
Yo, he sounded like Terrell Owens, my nigga. This is my quarterback. This is my teammate.
No. He's sounding like Jussie Smollett.
Yeah, Jussie Smollett.
Jussie Smollett.
Oh, man.
So this is on ABC and it airs on March 6th. So by the time this airs, you've probably already seen this clip.
I think he took some acting class for Smollett right now.
Yo.
But they were locked up in the same cell.
That's crazy, man. Listen,
but it's an interview with Gayle King. He's pretty much trying to sound innocent, almost crying on that segment. Let's see how the full interview looks like, but I don't know what even to think about this. There's so much proof behind R. Kelly, like through the years with all these allegedly, even though I had to say allegedly because the case was found that he was innocent. He's been through court for this. I found innocent because the family said that I wasn't the little girl.
I mean, hey.
Fast forward to 2019. There's another video that's out that surfaced with another little girl, which he's in court for now. Gets bailed out for $100,000 by a fan saying he's not a monster. And now he's about to do an interview tomorrow saying that he's innocent. What do you guys think about this?
That's some crazy shit. Man, listen, I don't even know much to say about this R. Kelly shit. To be honest, man. You have anything to say about this, Truth? Because I'm ready to move on, to be honest with y'all.
R. Kelly's just draining, I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah,
he drains people like... I didn't want to give him more light, but this is like breaking news, so we have to talk about it. We have to give
listen,
updates,
that was an update. Yeah, I want to update people on the YNW Melly. Mix, you was telling me something about it earlier.
I heard you, Scott.
You know,
we done with that.
Well, you was telling me something about that earlier. I want to know exactly what it is. Go into details a little bit.
All this type of news is like really depressing, but it's breaking news, so we got to talk about it. So what happened was YNW Melly pleads not guilty in double murder charge case.
Wow.
So
okay.
We were talking about this last podcast. YNW Melly is a new artist that came up about 2016 maybe, and fast forward to 2019, he's popping right now. He's like another 6ix9ine that he got hits. He's doing his thing. He got features that's dope with Kanye. He came out with a new feature with Kanye like a couple months ago, like 2 months ago. That's pretty dope. Melodies is fire. He's a good all-around artist.
That song that he made, the Murder
on My Mind. He made a song called Murder on My Mind in 2016. 2016.
I guess what happened? It's on 59 on the Billboard.
2019.
Wow.
It's on 59 on Billboard.
On the Billboard. On the 59 reach.
Because of this case. So if y'all haven't heard the last podcast, YNW Melly got caught up in a case, quote unquote, allegedly killing his two best friends.
That's
and
crazy.
Staging it to look like a drive-by or like if it was plotted.
That's crazy, man. I know.
Now we have an update that he says not guilty. So what do you guys think about this? Like, I understand he may feel like he's not guilty, but if they have all this proof against him, why say not guilty when you know that goddamn well that you staged this shit? Like, if you staged all this, might as well man up to it. That's what I'm saying. I don't know how you guys feel, but
like I said before, if you got
in
money.
the last podcast we talked about this briefly, but we didn't want to go into details because it's still ongoing. But now we got a little update that he pled not guilty. So all I want to hear is what you guys have to say about this, because I don't really have much to say.
Yeah, man. I mean, I would just have to say that, you know, whether it's something, it's a sensitive subject, but whatever happened. I mean, you know, I just hope that the right, you know, whether he did it or not, if he didn't do it, I hope that the legal system can find the true story and, you know, give him his freedom or, you know, sentence him to whatever the hell he deserves. I mean, you know, some people got to pay for what they do.
Fact though, bro.
You know?
Now, if you got money, like I say, if you got money to
got
fire
a good
up,
lawyer, he'll be all
got
right.
go out, you should be fine.
Yeah,
Which is why I think he's pleading not guilty.
But he's losing out on so much.
Plead not guilty if you.
He's losing out on so much, man. He's losing out on a lot of money, a lot of concerts, a lot of like, you know, tours and all of that. You know, but to be honest, man, I don't want to. You know, it's too touchy. So I'm gonna move on a little bit from that. And, you know, touching about concerts and like, you know, shows. I want to move on and just talk about Kanye West preparing for a 3-day concert and tour.
Oh, really?
Pretty cool. He's
He's
gonna do 2 days in London, UK, and then he's gonna do one in LA. And supposedly he got an album in the work. Not the one that he's been holding back, but a new one.
Yandi?
Nah, I heard it's something new. I heard he's been working on something new.
Speculation, but let's see what happens.
Speculation. Let's just see. You know, these are all alleged things.
I ain't gonna lie.
So
I've been waiting for Kanye music.
I know that the concert is a fact though, but the album is allegedly.
It's in the works.
I know it's gonna be something good.
But if you got a tour ready before the album is ready, that means you have music ready.
You got some shit.
I know he's about to drop something soon, real soon.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see an update on that. But
yeah, word.
Other than that, anything else you want to talk about?
Yeah, you know, Pharrell's gonna do a music festival.
Really?
Yeah, it's called Something in the Water.
Shout to Pharrell then.
Something in the water.
Pharrell.
Already featuring Travis Scott, the Migos, Missy Elliott, and much more.
Really?
Man, that shit already sound fire, yo. Where's my ticket at? Sign me
You
up.
say fire?
Whoa, speaking of fire, you think it's gonna be similar to a fire festival?
Hell, nah. See, that's what Pharrell did. Pharrell said that he, you know, something that he's in the light of all this. He said he's gonna make things happen the right way. It's not gonna be a festival that, you know, some with things that he can't promise. These are alleged things that he said.
Nah.
So I don't know. I didn't hear it straight from the horse's mouth, but you know, I'm pretty sure that Pharrell wouldn't do something that tarnishes his name. Everything that he does,
it's a fact.
You know, everything that he touches turns to gold. In my opinion.
And I ain't gonna lie, I believe Pharrell over Ja Rule.
Ja Rule?
Ja Rule? Yeah, he fucked up again.
That fire festival, man.
I got 100 guns, 100 clips, Ja Rule?
Yeah, he fucked up.
Nah, man.
fucked up.
So yeah, like I was saying, I could believe Pharrell pulling that off because he knows a lot of artists, and I can believe that he has his own money to really back this up. So it might be a success.
Yeah, but
something in the water. Look out for that.
Ja Rule's gonna have a lot of lawsuits and shit coming up.
He's already going through a lot, so like, I don't even want to give him that much time.
Yeah.
Anything else y'all guys want to talk about?
I mean, I guess when it comes to like anything in that dimension or that category, I'm ready to move on to something else.
All right, how about? I heard that. Let's move on to music and film. I heard that Big Boy is about to cast and play in the movie for Motown.
Oh yeah,
as Berry Gordy.
Well, I mean, he's gonna play the Motown founder, Berry Gordy, but the movie's about Bobby DeBarge.
Bobby DeBarge.
Yeah.
DeBarge. Shout out to Bobby DeBarge.
The rhythm of the night. Rhythm of the night.
Yo, I shout out to Bobby DeBarge. Yo, Motown could do movies on Mad August. That's funny. So
yeah, that movie should be cool.
Motown is legendary. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah,
Berry Gordy. DeBarge?
You know how many movies?
Big Boy?
Big Boy? Playing Berry Gordy.
But I don't know if the movie's gonna be directly about Motown.
No, I'm pretty sure it's not, because the thing is, with Motown, they got too many artists. They could make a movie out of each artist.
Yeah, that's why I think it's gonna be based around Bobby DeBarge and Berry Gordy.
I think it's gonna be Berry Gordy in his early career when he was like an A&R or something like that.
Yeah, that's where he started with Motown. So
you know, when he was like probably like a manager or something like that.
Yeah.
Then he moved up and made Motown.
Okay, so I'm looking forward to that.
Word, man.
Shout out to Big Boy on that.
The Big Boy ATL and all
Speaking
that.
About movies. I heard
films.
Dave East is about to film it as Method Man in the Wu-Tang movie.
Oh, no, it's not even a movie. It's a series. It's a series, which is even better.
I think it's
even better because you can watch one episode this week and then the next week another episode drop, and you know, it's not just one shot and that's it. You're like, dang, I enjoy series.
Oh, shit.
Yo, yeah, Dave East set to play Method Man. It's gonna be.
Shout out to Wu-Tang. Wu-Tang is for the
Hold
children.
on. It's gonna be a Hulu exclusive. You heard? It's called Wu-Tang.
Exclusive.
It's called Wu-Tang: An American Saga.
Nice.
It's gonna be dope, man. It's gonna be dope.
Looking forward to that. I love Wu-Tang.
Oh, I cannot wait to see the whole cast.
Wu-Tang, you heard?
So if Dave East is playing Method Man, I wonder who's playing the rest of the cast.
Yeah, all the rappers.
It's gonna be dope.
That's gonna be fire.
Is gonna be crazy.
I wonder who's gonna do Old Dirty Bastard. It
I was
better be
gonna
his
say that
son.
ODB.
It has to be his son.
I ain't gonna lie, it gotta be his son.
They got to get his son for Old Dirty
No,
Bastard.
it's a replica. If you see his son,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying.
Oh my god,
It has to be his son.
No, because wow, it's incredible.
Yeah, man. But yeah, it's who else? I don't know. I can't think of anybody else that could play other people. Ghostface, damn.
That's gonna be hardcore.
Yeah.
It's a lot. Remember, Wu-Tang Clan.
Raekwon,
Ghostface Killer.
Word.
Jizza.
Yes,
Method Man. It's a lot of people.
Method always be my favorite anyway. So the Wu-Tang.
He's in my top
Talk
three.
about it.
He's in my top 3.
Talk about it. So yeah, man, you know.
Yeah, shout out to Dave East.
Shout out to Dave East, man.
Doing
you
your
know.
thing, B. I know you doing that shit for the ladies, B. I know how it is.
Yeah, be on some lady shit, you know.
Be on some ladies, man.
Well, Dave East is from Harlem, no?
So yeah,
but it's all
I think
good.
that's
Shout out
perfect
BX
fit.
too. Yo, nah, yeah, but Dave East be on his fashion shit and all that, you know, and all that, and all that, and all that little things.
And all that. He be really on his bottle shit, so.
I think he had a deal with Puma, if I'm not mistaken.
He got a couple deals.
Yeah, man, that's some fire
Get your
shit,
money,
you know.
Dave.
You know, speaking of like Puma, which is a very iconic fashion brand in my opinion, you know. I have a good eye for, you know, just fashion and seeing what looks good on people, you know, things like that. Skirt swoosh 47 _ between the swoosh and the 47. FUBU is set to relaunch after they announced a partnership with Century 21 stores.
Really?
That's fire.
Fire.
That's fire.
How's a FUBU for us buyers? Didn't we talk about FUBU last podcast?
We did. For us.
Fire.
By us. I think it was like 2 podcasts ago, but yeah, we was talking about the independent brands. You know, yo, we profits, man. Listen.
Yeah, we telling the family to go support the culture. Shit that's for the culture, for us by us. We mentioned FUBU, and now they coming back out with a line. I think I'm about to support, yo. I ain't gonna lie.
I'm supporting for sure.
I always like FUBU. I ain't gonna lie.
Yo, yes, definitely, man. Damon John, you know, I got his book.
Shout out to Damon John.
Yeah, shout out to Damon John from the Shark Tank. Fire. But yeah,
man, that's dope for them to be coming back and you said partnership with Century 21?
Century 21, yeah, Century 21 stores. Century 21 stores is pretty cool. They be having shit on clearance, like shit that be like high end and all that. I one day found a jacket that went for $450, and I found it for $120.
Yeah, they be saying
fire, you know. So
shout out to them.
And
any other fashion?
I have some people who found some shit like that too. I mean, when it comes to fashion, like the Coogee is a very iconic brand too. You know, speaking about like throwback, you know, brands like FUBU or even Puma. You know, I heard they're issuing a 3-way lawsuit to Nike and New Era and the Brooklyn Nets.
A 3-way lawsuit?
3-way lawsuit. You know, because they did a city edition jersey. It was all black, and then the trim, which is like the edges of the jersey, looks like a Coogee print. You know, and they clearly made a commercial showing the Brooklyn Bridge with a Biggie song playing in the background. You know, and they say that it was, you know, the Biggie edition jerseys. You know, paying homage, or homage, however you pronounce it. Or enunciate it.
I like to say homage, but it's cool.
I like homage.
Homage.
You know, paying homage to Biggie. But, you know, and then the Nets claimed that the pattern was called Brooklyn Camel.
Brooklyn Camel?
Yeah, have you ever heard of Brooklyn Camel? Anybody?
Camel? That exists?
Brooklyn Camel.
Nah, never.
I know there's soldiers out there in Brooklyn. Salute. You know, but I believe that they don't wear any Brooklyn Camel. They wear real camo.
You heard?
And Timberland boots and Yankee fitteds.
Yeah.
That's their camo.
Talk about it. For them to say that sounds ridiculous to me.
Yeah, that's some crazy
I guess they deserve
shit,
to get
man.
sued, but yeah.
Yeah, man.
Who are we to judge? That sounds kind of crazy to me.
But you know,
that's a good update though, man.
Yeah, you know, wow. Just to speed it up, you know, and finish off on the fashion tip, you know, that later on this week, we got Supreme. You know, they dropping the spring/summer collection week 2, dropping on Thursday.
Say word.
What's the day on Thursday? What is it? The 7th? March 7th?
Thursday? This Thursday?
This Thursday, March 7th. Yeah, you know, Kith.
This week.
Probably my favorite brand right now. They're dropping their first spring collection on Friday, March 8th. Look out for that. That's going to be fuego for sure.
Kith, they dope.
You know, Yeezy Boost. Yeezy's still making money off the shoes, believe it or not.
About it.
Believe it or not, don't follow clout. Don't believe social media and see the burning of the shoes. He's still making money. Yeezy Boost 700 Inertia, aka the Wave Runners. That style of shoe, Inertia colorway, gray, pink, dropping on Saturday, March 9th. And then LeBron dropping his Zoom LeBron 3s, LeBron 3s retroing, March 9th.
Okay, that's what's up. Shout out to them. So let's transition to music, more music news. So we're a music podcast. Much. We do breaking news, music, art, fashion. So let's go back into the music. You know how I like to highlight music on this podcast, like every week. I like to mention underrated artists, new music that's coming out. So this week, a lot of music related stuff happened. So I don't know if you guys are familiar with J. Cole's Middle Child.
Oh yeah, definitely. Fuego.
I want to shout out to J. Cole because he just went platinum.
I'm not the middle child, but that song is fire.
Well deserved. Well deserved.
I'm the last child.
You heard?
No.
I'm the first child, to be honest.
First.
You feel me? But that middle child is fuego.
I'm not middle child.
Fuego.
Yeah, shout out to the middle childs. I know a couple of middle childs out there. Shout out to you.
Middle child came out like a month ago.
Oh yeah, I think less than a month ago, to be honest, man. And that shit already went platinum.
Platinum.
J. Cole's doing something right.
Salute to J. Cole.
I saw something where it said J. Cole's gonna take over 2019.
Talk about it.
I believe it.
You believe it?
I believe it.
I mean,
I believe it.
Think about this. He just dropped Middle Child. And in April, he about to drop the Dreamville tape.
Okay. Nice.
I ain't gonna lie.
That's gonna be fire.
So far, he been killing the game. Shout out to J. Cole.
Shout out to J. Cole, man.
So let's highlight some other artists that came out this week. I want to give a shout out to 2 Chainz. He came out with a EP, I think it was. No, it was actually a full album.
Yeah, I heard it.
It's called Rap or Go Home or Go to the League. Because 2 Chainz, I don't know if it's a fun fact for the listeners. He used to play ball back in college days. So he chose to either rap or go to the league. So that's the way he named his album.
I mean, he's tall, so it makes sense.
I heard it was catered by LeBron James or something like that. LeBron helped him out with the album or something like that.
Probably gave him a little idea and all that.
Word. Pretty
That's
dope.
And from what I'm hearing, a lot of people like this album. It just came out, but I'm gonna listen. I'm gonna go back and listen to the whole thing.
Yeah, I heard like a track or two.
2 2 Chainz.
Oh no, that album was good. I listened to it. That's one. The one before this one, it was really good. So I imagine. I like 2 Chainz.
This one is like almost like his best album.
Yeah, I heard like a track or two. It's
even
pretty
better,
fire.
hopefully.
So let's see how that sounds. I'm gonna go back and listen myself. Other than 2 Chainz, more artists came out with music. So I want to highlight Ace Hood.
Ace Hood.
For those that have been wondering where Ace Hood at, he's not signed with DJ Khaled anymore, but he's still dropping music.
He's here still. He's out here.
He still got bars.
You know? Yo, go listen to Ace Hood, man.
His
Body
project was
Bag.
called Body Bag Volume 5.
Volume 5.
You heard?
Yeah,
Shout out to
man.
Ace Hood. He's always been dope
Word, man.
for the culture.
He got the dread. He still got the dreads, or he
Still
cut
got
the
the
dreads?
dreads.
Dread man.
And he's still brolic. He's still on his fitness game.
Dread man, man.
I ain't gonna
Nappy.
lie, I follow him on Instagram and he's an inspiration.
He should just sound the nappy boy.
Feel me?
With the dreads, he should just sound the nappy boy.
You heard? Speaking of Nappy Boy, 2 Chainz is releasing an album also. Speaking of 2 Chainz earlier.
Oh, and you were talking about T-Pain, you mean? Not 2 Chainz.
Damn, you're right. You're right.
Speaking of
T-Pain and Nappy Boy, T-Pain came out with a project also. The name of the project was called One Up.
Ding.
Breaking news.
Like One Up, like Super Mario, you mean? like the little green
he
thing.
leveled up.
That's all I hear, man. If he don't got no green mushrooms in there like Super Mario, I'm gonna be tight.
Leveled up.
Better have it on the cover. Yeah, leveled up.
But yeah, that's another project that came out, Leveled Up. Another project that came out was Vado. Came out with a project called
Harlem.
V-Day 3.
Harlem.
Shout out to Harlem. Trendsetting out here.
Word, man.
Came out with a song
Vado always been nice.
with Dream Thought. It was pretty dope. I ain't gonna lie. They came out with a video to it.
Muñeca Sueño?
Dream Thought.
Dream Doll.
It's called Talk to Me.
Okay,
And
talk to
they kind of flipped the Jay-Z song, Sound Cry.
Song Crowd, okay. Talk about it.
Many other listeners should be familiar with Song Cry by Jay-Z. They pretty much did like a flip to it. They did it with a man's perspective and a female's perspective.
They killed it.
And they actually
That was
did
fire.
a good job.
Both of them.
That was
Talk to
fire. That
Me.
was fire. That was fire. That was fire.
So that's off the project V-Day 3.
Okay, yeah, nah, I mean, you know.
Other than projects, I want to salute. I know we spoke about this last podcast, but Pat Boo's been killing the game. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh, yeah, New York.
He just recently did a freestyle,
Brooklyn.
and it was called Fortune 500 freestyle.
Fortune 500
Where he's
freestyle.
rapping, pretty much looking at a poster that has
The Fortune 500.
all these Fortune 500 brands and companies.
All the big companies.
And as he's looking at it and pointing at it, he's barring them to death.
Basically.
If I could say,
That's
to
exactly
say
what
the
he's
least,
doing.
he's barring them to death.
He's nice. I actually got the chance
So
to
you know how he does the alphabetical slaughter, and now
Yeah.
recently he did the numerical slaughter.
Yeah.
Now he's just going around looking at posters and rapping and bodying.
The 500
Shout out to fucking Pat Boo.
It's just, watch me rap about this shit right
And I
here,
also
man.
want to shout out to Pat Boo because today's his birthday and it's also my
Oh,
birthday.
shit. Whoa.
March 5th.
Pisces
gang.
season?
Shout out to all the
Pisces
Pisces
season.
in the
Oh,
building.
shit.
We out here, B.
Happy birthday to all the
Pisces just
Pisces,
different,
you
you
know.
heard?
Happy birthday, man.
And it was Truth's birthday yesterday.
By the way, it was Truth Definition's birthday on March 4th.
Yeah.
So, Truth Definition's birthday on March 4th, Moral Mick's birthday on March 5th, and also Pat Poo's birthday on March 5th. Pisces gang, we here. Salute.
Yeah, my birthday's bad deep. I'm sad. It's all good.
Also, shout out to the Aries. Aries is about to be
Aries
a
season.
season. Shout out to Dolo. He's the Aries.
Okay, yeah. Shout out Dolo, man. You know, shout out Dolo. Go follow him, you know. He's probably like, we play most of his music all the time on our podcast, you
the
know.
last podcast we've been introing and outroing with his music.
Follow him on
Salute to
Instagram. Doe_work too hard. DOE work_TO too hard. HARD.
Facts. Follow him on Instagram.
You know, go to MCP Music for all your music needs, beats. Feel me? What type of beats they got, Truth?
Trap, boom bap, merengue, salsa.
Or if you need background music for your podcast.
You heard?
That
like
too.
This beat right here
Like
that
this
you
one
gotta
right
listen
here.
to.
Oh yeah, I don't know if you guys know it. We changed the background music in this one. So.
Talk about it. Episode 6, you heard?
Go back and listen to that other one.
Yeah.
Go back to 5 and less. You heard?
We all can keep on changing. So.
Yeah, man, you know. Shout out Rollo.
Shout out to Rollo. Shout out to G Murder. Shout out to MCP.
NCP music.
Rollo and Dolo just recently came out with a new song. You know that, right?
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's called Suicide.
Okay.
Fire.
I want to hear that. I haven't heard that. I can't lie. I don't think I heard that yet.
Outro with that.
Okay.
Do you guys have anything else we want to speak about before we close out?
Not really, man. Just stay warm out here.
Wait,
if you in a cold state.
I ain't gonna lie. I think I'm gonna have to speak about one more thing before we close out.
Okay.
Let's go.
We can mention it briefly, but we can talk about that next podcast on episode 7.
So let's just.
But I just want to throw it out there. There's a new documentary out. I don't know what's going on with all these new documentaries.
Documentary?
First it was Surviving R. Kelly.
What is it?
Surviving R. Kelly was based on a documentary of all the survivors of R. Kelly situation. Yeah. Now, they have a documentary on Michael Jackson.
Oh, man. Damn, man. Not Michael.
On HBO.
Not Michael.
Wait a minute.
That's what I'm feeling, bro.
Wait a minute. 10 years after his death?
Talk about it, true.
Has it really been 10 years?
It was, 2009. 2009.
Wow.
June 25th.
Years.
Time has flown, bro.
Yeah, June 25th, I think.
Wow.
So pretty much the documentary is called Leaving Neverland.
That's, man. Listen, I saw a little bit of it.
We seen like half into it. Like the first episode.
I gotta finish watching
2 episodes, 2 hours each, I think it's about.
I don't know. I found out to produce anyway. So.
I gotta finish watching it, man. Before we could go into details about that, I want to finish watching.
Nah, I feel you. We definitely gonna continue to.
We're gonna continue.
Elaborate on that.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. From what we've seen so far, it's ruining my childhood.
I still on the fence.
By the way, we haven't seen the whole documentary.
Yeah, word.
Right? And then between seeing the documentary and hearing all the fuss about what's going on about it, the Michael Jackson estate is suing for $100 million.
Oh, shit.
For that same documentary that they released. So pretty much a similar situation with the Surviving R. Kelly. The R. Kelly estate sued for the Surviving R. Kelly documentary. So now HBO is being sued by Michael Jackson estate for $100 million for the same type of thing.
Wow, that's crazy.
So these documentaries are getting crazier and crazier, and they're ruining my childhood.
Who's making these
I don't know how
shits?
you guys feel. Well, this one was made by HBO. The last one was made by Showtime, I think.
Who's doing these documentaries, man?
I don't know who's the actual.
They investing money and then losing it.
Directors and all this stuff, and all the researchers, but they having these people that been in these situations, and they put them on camera and they talk about it with the family there and discuss detail by detail.
Like I said before, 10 years after he passed away.
I ain't gonna lie. Why now
bullshit.
when he can't defend himself?
That is some bullshit.
Because that's crazy. Shout out to Michael Jackson. Like,
What in the fuck?
You could have came out with this 10 years ago or right before he passed or something like, yo, this guy's a molester. He did
come out like 25 years.
Facts. But right now, 10 years later,
what in the actual fuck is
I don't know
going
what's
on?
going on, but I think it's all money plot.
That shit is
We
weird, man.
talk about it next time. So.
But we're gonna elaborate a little more on the next podcast. But I just wanted to throw that out. That was the last topic that I really wanted to throw out because there's a lot of fuss about that. A lot of people talking about that. And it's breaking news, pretty much. But as soon as we finish watching the whole documentary, I'm gonna really have to talk about this because as a child, I love Michael Jackson. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah,
my childhood, just like the Surviving R. Kelly. I was an R. Kelly fan, and now I can't even support this guy.
I believe that I could fly.
There's a lot of bad taste in my mouth from this, man. I don't know how you guys feel about this, but we're gonna elaborate a little further next time. But with that, we're gonna close out. This was the Real Raw Thoughts podcast.
Raw Thoughts.
I'm Oral Miggs.
That's swoosh.
True definition.
We're gonna close out with another song. This song is by Rallo, which is an MCP family member. Shout out to Rallo.
Shout out Rallo. Shout out Dolo.
Shout out Dolo. He's featured on this. This one is called Suicide. We don't condone suicide, but it's dope the way they did this. You feel me? This shit was fire. I ain't gonna lie.
Namaste. Peace and love.
Dirty love. Greetings. Namaste. We're gonna close out with this, man.
Don't be killing my vibe. I really don't got that time. take that life. Fuck with me, that's like suicide. Hey, please don't be killing my vibe, cause I really don't got that time. And I will not take that life. Fuck with me, that's like suicide. Suicidal thoughts going to their damn brain, making them go crazy, making them insane. I make it disappear. You can call me David Blaine. I just want the money, man. You can keep the pain. Counting up these guns, I'm funny these and lanes. My motivated motherfuckers, they can keep the blame.
Shout out to Rallo, shout out to Dolo. Peace. Catch us on the next podcast. Peace.
Oh, I can't fuck with these hoes. No, y'all can take those L's all alone.
You heard?
Whoa, I don't got time.